So we're here at my virtual birthday party with coronavirus keeping us from all being together. In the year 2020, I have this fabulous array of gifts and messages from all the people in my life. There is absolutely no way for me to even describe how much stuff is here for my birthday. I am absolutely blown away. I haven't even begun opening things yet. It's just all sitting here in mass. Everything that has come by shipment or by florist, and in this day of social isolation, it's impossible to describe how it feels to have all this stuff and feel the love even when you're not all together.
And drive-bys.
Oh yes, and I just had a drive-by with Sandy and Wendy and Lynn, and they brought me beautiful bags. So over here are the cards. Started out at work this morning, my wonderful VST family, and it just has continued all through the day. Okay, I'm going to start opening. So my birthday started first thing this morning, of course, at VST, and my cellmate, Tracy, we call each other cellmates, brought me these fabulous Neutrogena products, body oil and rain bath. Tracy, you're so thoughtful. Thank you. It just continued at VST. When I came in this morning, this was on my desk. Sherry always makes these little graphic cards. It's a gasoline nozzle and hose, and she draws some kind of a graphic on it, and this was laying on my desk for my birthday today, along with this pretty little yellow bag, and in it is a fabulous candle. And she also got me these tanzanite earrings, these little posts. They change colors based on the light, and they're just beautiful. So I put them in, of course, right away. Thank you, Sherry. This is lovely. And then if that weren't enough, I looked up from my desk and saw these sitting outside of my cube. Now my cube actually is a tent. I have canvas curtains that go all around it to block the light from me. And somehow Rachel had sneaked in there and brought me this absolutely beautiful bouquet of flowers, along with a card that talks of our friendship. And we've been friends a long time. And Rachel, this is just absolutely stunning and beautiful, and thank you so much. And thought I'd start opening some things. I just had a drive-by from Wendy and Sandy and Lynn, and this present is from Wendy and Sandy, and I've had the instructions not to use it all at one time, so I have no idea what that means. You never know with Sandy and Wendy. So let's see what we got here. Okay, first of all, we have, this is a stem for my bicycle seat, because my bicycle seat is not high enough, so they got me an extension. Thank you, you guys, I really need that. My knees, thank you. Let's see what else we got. Oh, speaking of bicycles, we got some darling little bicycling socks. Now, Sandy, I can use these two together, just saying. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, we have some no cholesterol, buttery crisp, no trans fat, no saturated fat crackers, because they're thinking of my waistline, and that's good because I can keep seeing it get bigger. So I guess we could have crackers with the bicycle. I don't know. Oh, and now we have olives for a sweet little a little snack sometime. All right, what else we got in here? We have cranberry white cheddar cheese. You guys, so good. Let's see what else we got. Oh, and above all, Winking Owl, my absolute favorite deluxe wine from Aldi. Yes. Oh, and another Winking Owl. So I think I understand why they don't want me to drink the wine while riding the bicycle. I would probably get a PWI. So we don't want that. And of course, a wonderful card. Thank you, Wendy and Sandy, very much. I love you. This one is from Lynn. She also came to the drive-by with Wendy and Sandy. Thank you, Lynn. I know how careful you have to be with your mom, and I just really appreciate you stepping out and doing this today. Let's see what you got in here. Ooh, it feels... Oh, it is perfect. It's a jewelry tray to set on our dresser and put rings and your earrings when you take them off at night. That is absolutely darling. Thank you, Lynn. Marcia and Lisa certainly know how much I love flowers and beautiful sweet things, and they brought these darling cupcakes and this absolutely beautiful bouquet of flowers. I love wildflowers, and this will just be so colorful, and it's so fun, and it just adds so much to the day. Thank you both very much. Now this one is from Jennifer and Sam and Nate and Sammy. And I can only imagine, Jennifer, because everything you do is always so special. It's so beautifully done. Let's take a look at what's in here. Ah. And what she has done is what I love, and these are my watercolor art kits. So these are a little art kit that comes with paper and all the paint that you need and instructions on how to actually create the painting. I'm brand new to watercolor, so I am just thrilled to be able to do these in practice. She got me lemons earlier in the year, and I did nothing but draw lemons all winter. So thank you guys, thank you all very much.
Okay.
Now all this is quite a story. This beautiful arrangement that you see here was an arrangement that we already had. We actually bought it at one of Gail's estate sales, and it's a Christmas arrangement. But somehow, when we were putting everything away, I dumped it over and everything spilled out. The beautiful, all this beautiful foliage, and then there's stones in the bottom, everything came out. So I put it all in a box, and I gave it to our friend Christine and said, could you make this beautiful again? And I think she actually made it more beautiful than it was when I first got it. Christine, it's absolutely stunning. And I think she actually put resin in it so that I can't dump it out again. That was probably a very good move. Now, on with Christine's talent is her baking talent and her buttercream. She made me a gorgeous birthday cake, and with this delicious, my very favorite buttercream, and soon we'll light it. Christine, it's lovely. Thank you so much. This beautiful piece came from Gail. Gail and I have a saying that you always have time for cake and balloons, and that comes from 6 years ago when Betty was passing. She died on April the 12th, 2014. And on the 9th, even though we were going through that ordeal, Gail was the one to show up with cake and balloons to make sure that I got recognized for my birthday. And she sent these beautiful hyacinths and tulips, which I just adore flowers, and Esther Price candy, and of course balloons. And had it been a normal time, she would have baked a cake. She bakes the best cakes. Gail, thank you so much. For the last 20 years, Woody and Mark and I have celebrated our birthdays together. Mine is on the 9th, then 9 days later is Mark's, and 9 days later is Woody's. In fact, this year is Woody's 80th, and we had big plans for all of us to be together, but of course, in light of the coronavirus, that isn't going to happen. So what they did was they sent me, as always, the beautiful cards and a gift certificate to Hobby Lobby, because they know that I want some very specific paintbrushes that I refuse to buy for myself. you know how that is. It's hard to do. So to make sure that I get the paintbrushes that I wanted, they gave me this wonderful gift certificate. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate the cards that they send me, because I know how much time they spend picking out cards to make sure that every single word means exactly what they want it to mean. So I love you boys. Thank you so much. I guess this sign pretty much says it all. My bestie. And she works at Children's Hospital and was able to come over after work but not get too close to us because she's so fearful and respectful of the virus. But she managed to have time to make the sign and the balloons, and Deb, you always outdo yourself, and I can only imagine what's in these bags. So let's take a look. Look at this. And you know what's in there? I love you. This is called konjac root, and it is basically pills that you take, supplements that you take to help you not feel hungry all the time. For some reason, I'm going through this point in my life where I'm constantly starving, and she suggested I use these in Florida, and it works. I take them as I'm supposed to, and I'm not starving all the time, so that's a bestie. Now let's see what else we got here. We have got a mirror cycle for my bicycle so that I can see what's coming up behind me. Great idea. We've been bicycling every single night, and it's becoming evident that we like it and that having bicycle equipment is a terrific idea. Love it. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, and she always sends beautiful cards. You cannot out-card Deb Cardin. She sends cards like nobody's business, and I got several of them today. And what do we have here? A beautiful black cherry candle. Oh, it smells divine. I love candles. I love the atmosphere that they create, and she knows that. Thank you, Deb. I love it all, and I love you. So this beautiful flower arrangement you see came from my sweet Joanne in Florida, and it's there amongst the fish in our reef room. All those are Peg's fish on the wall. And this beautiful floral arrangement is absolutely stunning. It smells divine, just absolutely beautiful. She outdid herself, and her card says, "Happy birthday, Susie. Sorry you're in lockdown, but you can be creative. Grab a bottle of wine." Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Wendy. Put on some B.G. Adair. B.G. Adair is our absolute favorite pianist right now. And grab your partner and dance. Oh, my love, Joanne. Joanne, you're my forever. And those are absolutely beautiful, and I'm very flattered and touched. I love you. And finally, from my beloved, who started last night with a dozen red roses, and I broke them up into 2 vases so that I can have them in 2 places in the house. But now with all the flowers that I have, I can have flowers everywhere I want. But that's how it all started. Last night with a dozen red roses. And then my beloved continued with the most practical and thoughtful gift I can ever imagine, and that is a standing desk. Now, why this is so important is because it's impossible for me to have desks and chairs that are the right height because of my height. So to remedy that, she got this fabulous stand-up desk that is able to be raised so I can work like this. Or if I want to sit down, I can set it to the height that's absolutely perfect for me. And I can't tell you how much that means, because when I'm working, I'm here and just absolutely pounding. These are my how to type Spanish characters and my password to get into the VST computer. And this is where I absolutely live when I'm working from home. So I just can't imagine how much more comfortable things are going to be now that I have this. Also from Peg came these 2 beautiful silk Boston ferns. We have on either side of our entertainment center 2 large speakers, and I needed something to go on top of them. And since they're speakers, you can't put live plants, so I asked for silk Bostons, and that's what I got. Now this is funny because really this is all I asked for. And what it is just a little piece of wood with hooks on it, cup hooks. Actually it goes like this, and it's painted to match our walls, which by the way is Repose Gray. So this Repose Gray piece and these little white hooks are going to hang on my wall where I get dressed by my vanity so that I can hang my chains from it. So she very cleverly painted it and perfectly spaced the clips exactly as they should be, 1 inch apart. Now she'll have to mount it. And finally, from my doggies, they know how much I love candles too, and they got me this beautiful Tuscany fireside candle. So thank you, little mutts, I appreciate it.
So how's the song go? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Susie, happy birthday to you.
See?
I love you.
And I love you. Christine, this is absolutely beautiful. There we have it. And I'm going to make a wish. And I'm going to even tell you what my wish is. I know you're not supposed to do that, but this is leap year, and it's also a very different year. But I just wish that everybody comes through this coronavirus intact, financially, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. And that's my wish for all of you whom I love dearly. Thank you so much for making this just an absolutely awesome birthday. And here I go.
Yay! Happy birthday, baby.
Thank you.